Hello class. We did our replication study on the analysis of law enforcement officers, pretty much their experience with the knowledge of autism. A brief overview. Research studies have brought to light the many problems and concerns regarding the lack of training and understanding of autism among law enforcement. Research has also been conducted to bring awareness to the many issues law officials are facing when interviewing and treating victims and criminals diagnosed with specific disorders. A growing concern and focus of interest resonates that individuals with ASD often experience hardships within the justice system, which may result from the current educational standards of law enforcement officials and their overconfidence in current knowledge regarding developmental disorders. These presumed ineptness of the understanding of individuals with developmental disabilities are not beneficial to the standards and ethic codes of the law. The aim of our research project was to determine if the presentation of educational materials pertaining to basic knowledge of autism spectrum disorder were issued to law enforcement personnel, and if these materials were significantly impact the understanding of individuals that they may encounter in the public and local community. For this assignment, we as researchers replicated the research study previously conducted by Gardner, Campbell, and Westdale, by interviewing local police stations within the Brevard County of Florida. We had administered a pre-test to obtain a baseline data to establish the knowledge of ASD prior to the presentation of the educational materials. Once a baseline had been collected, we presented the educational materials and administered a post-test and attained data. This allowed us to evaluate the significance of the educational material on the participating law enforcement personnel. A consent form was administered to all voluntary participants prior to the collection of data, as well as the survey. After the post-test, they were given a satisfaction survey as well. To measure this study, we tested one variable against another using a pre-test, post-test method, utilizing a single case research design. Law enforcement officials were given a questionnaire involving their demographics. This included job status, gender, age, number of years on the force, etc., along with 15 questions designed to establish a general and current knowledge regarding individuals with ASD and personal experience with individuals diagnosed with ASD. After consent was acquired, we did this in a virtual form. It was given prior to any testing. Participants were administered the demographics questionnaires along with the pre-test questionnaire. Followed that, we administered the educational materials, which they reviewed, and we followed that by reviewing their knowledge after the materials with the post-test. This was designed to determine if the educational materials had an effect on the law enforcement law enforcement knowledge base. So some of the materials that we used to collect the data, we used an online program. It's called SurveyMonkey, and this allowed us to create pretty much from scratch and present the materials that we wanted people to respond to. So we created a survey, and once they concluded the survey, we were able to analyze the data, and it was pretty much self-generating at that point, which was quite convenient. So most of our graphing was done. We did have to individually graph some of our conclusive data at the end, but in general, it was a really good tool that we used. It was pretty much delivered online.